What is going on, everyone? I'm Sir James coming to you guys with another video, and for this video I'm here to give you guys a little update as to what's going on here on the channel, and of course stay tuned for afterwards because I'll be giving you guys a short little review on the Assassin's Creed 4 DLC known as Freedom Cry and letting you guys know if it's worth the actual $10. That's if you don't have the season pass already, and of course that's an excuse I have for wearing this pirate outfit once again is because the DLC was short, so rather than putting clips together and go through the whole pain in the ass process of video editing, I decided to go ahead and just dress up my pirate outfit once again and give you guys a review in my costume. So I figured, to go with the theme of the game, so that's my excuse for wearing this once again within one of my videos. Alright, cut me some slack. I like wearing this outfit, so what? But anyways, before we get to the actual short little review, let's go ahead and cover some other stuff really quick within this video. First off, you guys have probably noticed something different within this video besides me just being me, which is the background. The background is a bit different. As you can see, I have more space. Yeah, check out the space. Okay, it's not really more space, but it's basically the same exact space over here that was over there, because basically what I did is that I switched the items that were over here and over here, basically, which was the bed. I switched it. That's basically all I did. So everything's completely the same, but now my bearded dragons are in the background, but you're not going to be able to see them within this video due to the fact that they're currently in hibernation and they won't be out until like January, February, or whenever it actually ends for them. I don't really know because I haven't had them for a year yet. But anyways, so let me go ahead and just give you guys a short little, I guess a quick room tour so you guys have an idea of how everything looks. I'm not sure how good you guys are going to hear me because I'm going to be away from the Yeti microphone. But just go ahead and just take a quick tour. So follow me. So over there is the PS4 PC, some headphones. Over here is the Razer Battlefield 4 keyboard. A microphone, Diablo 3 mouse, and all that fun stuff. A little TV. Some stuff in there. Those badass headsets, which I would highly recommend. Alright, another computer over here. The bearded dragons over here. And we got some PC games and DVDs and Blu-rays. And down there is like a stack of Game Informer and collector's guides and basically art books all together. Over here is the green screen, and of course I did this with the posters. Metal Gear, we have the Call of Duty Ghost on the right. I just like the poster. I don't really care about the game. Watch Dogs, and of course Destiny. Of course over there is the Assassin's Creed 1. Got the statues up here. And of course on the other side, hopefully you guys aren't getting motion sickness. Stuff up there. And of course over on this end, which is the pirate flag that you guys have seen in my other videos, the colonial flag, and some items up there. So that was a quick little room tour, just showing you guys where everything is. So if you're kind of curious, oh, how does your room look now? That's basically how it looks. I just have to move a couple more items, and everything is all set and done. So that is item number one I was wanting to cover within this video. Item number two is that, if you guys recall when I told you guys what was on my Christmas list that we do every year with my parents and stuff like that, basically I had put lighting for a green screen support stands, which is basically the big old support you put the green screen on. And you could like change it in like many different ways, which I think is pretty cool in terms of, length and of course height as well. The other item was a boom microphone stand, which was one that was meant for the Blue Yeti. Basically, you could screw into the Blue Yeti. And of course, basically, I put like a couple DVDs and Blu-rays and of course a couple games as well. Inexpensive games, since I already have the majority of the releases from the stuff I purchased and of course stuff I received through Gamerfuzion to review, which is what I like about the company because you get all these free games and you get to keep them, which is really awesome. And believe it or not, I was adding all the games, the amount of games I received throughout this year from them. And I received a total of 28 video games through the company to do reviews on. So I got 28 free games this year through Gamerfuzion. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I should do this really quick, so I don't want to bore you guys. So let's pretend that each of those games were $60. They weren't each $60, but most of them were. But let's just pretend for the sake of this that each and every one of those games were $60 a piece. So that would be $1,680. Holy crap, that's a lot of money. So if each and every one of those games were $60 a piece, that's 28 games, that would be $1,680. But like I said, the majority of them were $60 games, and others were either $15 or $40 games, because some of which were on the Vita. But basically, altogether, I saved over $1,000 on video games due to this partnership, which I think is pretty cool overall. But anyways, that's the second thing I was wanting to let you guys know. What was I saying? I had completely lost where I was within this video. I'm just excited because Christmas is almost here, and I've been given like an important task, which I'm about to mention. What was I about to say? I completely lost where I was, because it's really hot in this outfit, so I don't have my fan on. Oh yeah, the reason why I mentioned the items on my Christmas list is because underneath the Christmas tree there is a long box which says it's to me, basically, or for me I should say, and it's one of those three items. So it's either the boom microphone stand, it's either the green screen lighting, or it's the overall green screen support. So it's one of those three items. I'm not sure how many of you do this with your gifts, for those of you who celebrate Christmas, where you pick up the present and you shake it and you try to guess what is inside. Obviously clothes are easy to tell because they don't really make much noise. Legos are easy to tell because you hear all the little Lego blocks, but usually a DVD, a game, you could easily figure what that is. But here I couldn't tell because it was a little bit heavy, but it was also very light at the same time. Long box. So it's one of those three items, which I'm pretty much, I can't figure out which one it is though. That's the hardest part. I even watched some unboxing videos to get an idea of the height and length of the box, just to kind of cheat my way through, but still I can't figure out what it is. But all I know is that's one of those three items, and I'm happy about that. Another thing I was wanting to let you guys know is, for those of you who have a Best Buy, there's actually a really good deal right now. Let me grab the paper and show you guys exactly what it was. Okay, I got the paper, got the items. This is for those of you who don't have it or are just looking for a gift idea. And this is only at Best Buy, which is save $15 when you buy Wreck-It Ralph, Disney's Infinity figure, and Wreck-It Ralph Blu-ray together, which the whole bundle deal is for $12.99. Just go ahead and let me get the focus. $12.99. That is a really good deal. As soon as I saw that ad, I rushed down to my local Best Buy, not in my outfit, of course, in regular clothing, and check it out. So this cost me $12.99, a freaking steal of a price, but this is going to be a gift for my little brothers to enjoy, since I already own the movie anyways. But basically, you have the Wreck-It Ralph Disney's Infinity figurine, which is really heavy and nicely detailed. And of course, the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So $12.99, that's how much I paid for this right here. These two items, $12.99 plus tax, pretty good deal. So about 15 something. So yeah, just letting you guys know about that. So if you're looking for a gift idea, that's something that you should probably think of. But the other deals they have is like $20 off of some of the other games. And oh yeah, they also have the PlayStation Pulse wireless gaming headset, which I still need to do a review on, which I freaking love these headsets, by the way. They have it on sale for $125. Just go ahead and show you guys that. Oops, let me fix the focus. So these ones right here, highly recommend. They have it on sale for $125. So if you have a Sony platform, looking for something for your PlayStation 4, something for your PS3, or even a Vita, those are the headsets to get. Not only that, you could also use it for any MP3 devices, anything that has a headphone jack, you could use it on, which is really cool. And also has this bass impact, so you can get a lot of bass. For those of you who like bass, it's a really cool headset. Highly recommend it. So I think that pretty much covers everything I was wanting to get through within this video. So now let me go ahead and give you guys a little review on the Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry DLC. Is it worth spending $9.99, basically $10 for those of you who do not own the season pass? Well, pretty much it's really mostly up to you. I can't really justify what you should do with your money, but for me, I think the DLC overall was worth it. In terms of the actual story, after adding my videos together in a playlist, it only took me 2 hours and 30 minutes just for the story, and I did not rush it at all because I thought this was going to be like a 5 or 6 hour story the way everything was playing out. But at the very end, I just wanted more, because to me it felt like it was short and it ended too soon, and especially with a lot of the missions being basically eavesdropping and following people and stuff like that, and of course liberating the slaves as well, which is a really fun thing to do, because Adewale is a badass assassin. But at the very end, the DLC felt just extremely short. I mean, true, if you're doing all the side activities, it did state 5 hours on there, so I'm pretty sure, because when I was looking at my saved file, it said I was already at 93%, and all I did was focus on the main story. I didn't bother doing any of the side missions or anything like that. I'm already at 93%. So which means this DLC would probably only offer an extra hour of playtime to where I would get 100%. So altogether, this DLC is under 5 hours in terms of length. And like I said, I did not rush this game. I did not rush the DLC at any time. You could even watch my walkthrough. I took my time. I even ran into a couple glitches within it, especially that one mission where you had to take, I don't think I should tell you guys because it might be a spoiler. So forget what I was about to say because it might be considered a spoiler, and I don't want to ruin it for you guys, for those of you who are planning on getting the DLC or the season pass. Like, say if you have the season pass, your DLC is covered under that. Of course, whatever else comes with it. But anyways, in terms of the story was a really interesting, Adewale has a really interesting storyline, a lot of which people are arguing online that, oh, Adewale should have been the main protagonist in Assassin's Creed 4 rather than Edward Kenway. I don't really know. I like both characters equally, but in terms of actual story-wise, Adewale has a really good, interesting story for sure. It'd be pretty cool to see a game based off of him, like separately or something, like basically a little shorter game, but I mean something based off him and his whole liberation of freeing the slaves and all that. I think it'd be cool to explore that character a bit more. But overall, he's a really cool character. Now, in terms of what kind of weapons do you have? What kind of weapons does he have now that he's an assassin? Well, of course, you have the double hidden blades, just like I do. Of course, just like Edward Kenway. He also has, instead of the cutlass swords, he has basically a giant machete, which is, you know, slashes enemy, brutal takedowns. It's satisfying, just taking it and just stabbing an enemy right in the head and in the skull, and him just pulling the freaking machete out. Oh, it's brutal, but it's satisfying at the same time because you're helping freeing his people and just taking care of the people who are hurting him. You know, it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. But there is also a new gadget besides the machete. There is a gadget which helps distract you know, the guards, to help luring them away, which are firecrackers, which are pretty cool. I think that would have been something cool to see in the actual game itself, you know, with Edward Kenway. Like Adewale goes, hey, you know, we made these firecrackers, may they aid you in battle or something like that. But here it's like, all right, Adewale's people made these firecrackers and are extremely useful because all you do is take them down and you basically toss it down, and a few seconds later they start going off, popping everywhere. And the guards are like, what is that noise? They start walking over there, so allowing you to progress further within your mission, or you could use that as an advantage to take the guards out, depending on what you're wanting to do within the game, since you do have a variety of different options. Now, of course, you do have some of the other stuff. Adewale does have his own ships, or you are able to go out in the open sea. Now, you don't have a huge area to explore like in AC4, you mean the overall main game. But you do have like a pretty good section of the ocean to explore, and you have these different islands that you could go to and liberate the slave camps to free his people, which will also help aid you because basically the more people you liberate, you're able to upgrade some of your items, like the blunderbuss, which is the actual other weapon that I forgot to mention. Adewale has the blunderbuss, which is basically a big old shotgun for the olden days, and you have the grape shots, and it's basically just a brutal weapon. Oh, it's crazy. but that's his other weapon. But basically, you go to these different islands you can liberate, which is basically side objectives that you could do. Some missions are actually locked within the game to where you have to liberate a specific number of people to free a specific number of people, that is, to progress further into the game, which is alright. So it kind of sucks that some of the missions were locked, but then you had to unlock it. But, just overall, the DLC wasn't too bad. Of course, you are able to do whaling, but of course, in terms of whaling and of course taking over enemy ships, basically what they do is that they reuse the same exact animation as the single player portion with Edward Kenway, but instead the characters are reskinned to fit, the, I guess, African American. I'm not trying to be racist. So basically, instead of white guys, it's African Americans, but it's basically the same exact animations. For example, for those of you who take over ships, you have the same animation where those two guys are firing the cannon, and you have that one guy bringing the canopy over. It's basically the same exact thing, except they're reskinned, and the same portion for the whaling. Instead of Kenway's people, you have all the Wale's people within the boat, but it's basically the same exact reanimations except reskin. That's pretty much all it is. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit different, but maybe that's just asking a bit too much. But just overall, the DLC in terms of the story to me felt extremely short. I was expecting a bit more out of it for whatever reason, the way it plays out, where you have all these people within freedom, you have the resistance going on. It's like, sweet, so I'm going to lead the resistance to freedom, take back the island, win back their freedom, but like nothing like that occurred. So I was kind of at the end a bit disappointed. Like I said, maybe it's just because I was just hoping for a bit too much. But overall, the DLC was actually really cool. Like I said, it did extend my gameplay at least 2.5 hours from however long it took me to beat the main game. So if this is something that does interest you, and if you think it's worth, the $10, that's really up to you. But in the end, to me, it was worth it since I had the season pass anyways. But like I said, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section down below. And of course, for those of you who had played Freedom Cry, what do you guys think about the DLC? Share your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm Sir James, and remember, Gamerfuzion empowers your gaming.